Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, it's back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our current Let's Play against the Soviet AI, Wrestling the Bear, and it is now October 18th, 1942. It is turn 70, and after we turned the turn this last time, we'd made it down to, I think, about Valeki Luki, kind of in this area. We kind of moved down here, but I want to move back up and look at this depot situation. As you can see, it is raining cats and dogs out here in the north. It's absolutely saturated on the map. If we look around on different hexes, we've got a water level of 9. We've got a water level of 7. I mean, this is not attacking weather out here. It's muddy, it's wet. Uh, I mean, in some respects, that kind of works to our advantage, at least up in the salient, although it doesn't work to our advantage to go help the salient. So I don't know, yin yang there. Um, Now, you may remember last turn I decided I got the bright idea, hey, why not let the AI build some depots, do the depot management, and more than anything, I was just curious what the AI would do that we weren't doing. You got to assume the developers know a hell of a lot more about this game than we do, and so, whenever they program this, excuse me, I'm not sure how much time they probably put into it or what kind of logic they put into it, but you got to assume that this kind of gives you some clues or ideas about how you ought to be setting up your depots if they thought it was good enough for the AI to manage it this way. Now, of course, no AI is going to be perfect, and there's some things I'm seeing here that I don't necessarily like. One thing that the game did is it built a bunch of these smaller level 1 depots. Now, for whatever reason, the AI likes to do that. When it first did it early on in the game, I thought, well, I don't know. We didn't know much about capacity, and I thought, sometimes with some of these, you may just get over capacity, and so that's why it wants to have little small ones that come in here. Now you can see here at Sonda, for instance, we have a capacity of 40,000 tons. Okay, we stored 29,000, or we have stored 29,000. We received 3,198. We're not going to have any problem. We only sent out 5,000 tons. We lost 21 tons, capacity 40,000. We've got plenty of capacity. That is not a problem. That's not why it's building these ones. I think the idea is to build a little bit of a network besides just your major ones in case you have to drop back. Let's say Sonda gets overrun, at least maybe you have this one here or something. But I'll tell you this much, we don't need this. This is on this railway to nowhere. You could argue it gets to these units better, but all it's really doing is storing freight. If you look at these colors, green is received, blue is stored, red is sent out, and black is capacity. Okay, this received and stored that much. We need to free up that freight. And so I'm going to go to places like Must Be as we go around here, and we're going to disband the depots in those places. It just doesn't make sense to have that one. Now, I probably will leave one, and let's turn on 8 and see where things are coming into. Okay, looks good. I mean, we're going base to base here, which is you want to see that, and then you want to see, it goes here into Narva, and then everything here is freighted out of Narva. That's perfect. So we're getting, base to base transfers. It's going to the 3. The 3 is pushing out to the 4, and then over here you've got coming in port to the 3, and then the 3 is pushing up here to this 4. And this is storing quite a bit here at Sonda. We could potentially release this, but we want to keep a major depot here. And then we have another 4. At first I thought, well, I should have this as a 3 so it passes on. Not a problem. Narva is getting freight from Talon here, and that can work right up this rail line. So we're not even using trucks. It goes up the rail line to Narva. So we want to keep these 4s. That being a 3 is fine. It's sending out everything it receives, or at least it did this turn. So that all looks good. I don't think we need to keep these two number ones here. So I think the one that's here I'll actually get rid of in Rakvir. If this had a bigger rail yard, whichever one had a bigger rail yard, I would keep it. But these both have a level 1 rail yard. So I'm going to disband that depot as well, and keep the one further back for the reason I mentioned, which is, if we do have to drop back for some reason, we would try to drop back probably on this rail line potentially, or, heavy woods here. So anyway, the one further back probably makes sense to keep. Down here, we have this level 1. Is that freighting this unit? No, it's not. It's coming out of Pskov. So we really wouldn't need this, but again, I'll keep it. It's just storing a little bit of freight. Let's see how much. Well, 7,000 tons. I mean, it's not nothing. It received that. You know what? Well, we do not have planes here at this airbase, so it really doesn't make sense. If we don't have planes at the airbase, see, this is trying to, and that's another thing that the game tries to do, is it'll build depots on these air bases. I just don't think we need this at Tartu. If we do, we've got a lot of AP. We'll build it back, but I'm going to disband that because I would rather have the 7,000 tons of freight, get out here. The rest of these look fine. 2, okay, 3, 4, and 4. 2, 3, 4, and 4. And also, it could potentially come into the. Does Talon have a port? No, it does not have a port. Okay, I could, I mean, it kind of looks like it potentially could, but it does not. No, I'm wrong. Look at that. There's a big. Oh, you mean that big anchor there? Yeah, it does have a port. Well, for whatever reason, it didn't get port to port, but it is getting base to base up the rail lines. And if we look at the rail lines really quickly, you can see it's all green out here. So in the north, our logistical network is quite good. I will leave the little number 1 here at Ostrov. You will see here that it did send out what it received this time. It has stored a little bit, 5,750 tons stored. Okay, that's okay. We'll have another one. Maybe is that? Yeah, it's getting a couple of units here, so it's worth it. It's worth it. That's fewer truck miles, especially down to here. So fine. Okay, we'll do that. Um, Let's see, Riga twos, these all look good. We've got twos here. We've got some airplanes here, so having a 2 here is fine. This 3, I'm not sure makes any sense. We'd rather pass it up. But again, if we have to fall back, especially in this area right here, um, if we had to get behind the river, this might be a nice depot to have. So to have these set up, they're not going to store that much, I don't think. How much is this storing? 2,000 tons. It's just not a huge deal. So I think we're just going to leave that. A 3, onto the 4. I like that. A 3, a 2, a 3, out to a 3, to the 4. We'll leave the little number 1 here. I don't know. The game loves to build these little number 1s next to the major ones. Again, it's not storing that much. 4,600 tons. I'm just going to leave it. Now then, let's look at this. Von Chapuis, our guy Von Chapuis. I think it's time to replace Von Chapuis. He is a 4 morale. Well, 4 is bad for a German general. He held up here for a long time. I was kind of doing it almost just because, kind of a running joke. We're going into the winter, though. We need a better commander. Certainly better than a 4 morale. Morale is really the most important statistic in the game, especially when it comes to your generalship. And so let's go ahead and go down here and get a good infantry general that's also got good morale. We've got Von Senger und Etter. Okay, Fridolin. That's quite a mouthful. He's actually better mech than he is infantry. I'm going to leave him here in case we need a mech commander. We've got Breath, or Breath, Ermin Breath, maybe breathe. Okay, 7,657 on the morale, 6 on the infantry. Again, he's a little bit better on the motorized, so I think I'm going to leave him. And that brings us down to Hartman. It's only going to cost us 10 AP. We've got 125. That's fine. 7 on the morale. 775. He's not quite as good admin, but he is quite good infantry. 7. I think I'm going to replace Von Chapuis. It is done. General Major Walter Artmann has now taken over 38th Corps. So again, good general. All German generals, for the most part, are pretty good. Von Chapuis is, one of your weakest. I will put him on top of that depot. We may eventually get rid of that depot. Now, as we moved around here, these guys are all just going to sit in their forts. They may sit here all the way through until next spring. Down to here, at least that would be my plan or my hope. Kind of tempted to get rid of that. But, again, if we do have to drop back here, it's a lot shorter trip for the trucks right to here as opposed to having to come all the way out here or like up here. So I think I will keep that for now. It usually takes a turn to store up what they want. And so we've already done that. We may as well keep them here. Um, okay. Moving around here, we had already kind of moved some of these, and we'll go look. Ninth Army Modal. He's got 2 construction battalions. He's also got a labor detachment. That's a rail labor detachment. Not exactly sure where that secondary rail is out here. Is it up in here somewhere? I don't see it, but um, he does have a secondary rail group. We've also got FBD3, the main rail group. I must have moved that on Sunday last time when we were moving around here. We've got the Luftwaffe Field Division. Now, I did decide to move some of these out onto the map and not just disband them for places like this. Veliki Luki. We've had problems in a few places a couple of times. Pskov, down by Smolensk, where we had, a mini breakthrough where they just jammed through and then they screwed up our depot. They took it for a turn. We knocked them back out of there, but it causes all kinds of freight problems. So I think it's good to, just have a couple of these sitting back here. So I am going to bring some on the map. We need more units on the map. Some of them I will disband. I do think that's a good idea to beef up our reserves. But some of them I'm going to put in places like Veliki Luki, maybe down in Smolensk, places where we don't have covered, and I don't want to have a roving unit that has to go, protect Veliki Luki all the time. We can just have a unit in here that just sits. Okay, on we go. We've still got this Soviet unit down here somewhere. You can see it's building some fort levels. It's trying to get back to the line. This is slow moving for them, especially because he's got no supply out here. As a matter of fact, questionable whether it can move at all. It's probably just stuck now. Eventually, this Luftwaffe field division that we moved into Vitebsk, I'll just move him up here, and hopefully this will just crumble like a house of cards. Vitebsk is a 3. That's good. Smolensk. Let's see who's. Yeah, it's all coming out of here. Now, you'll see it looks like out of Polotsk, we're actually freighting some things. I don't love that. I mean, I'd rather it be freighted out of Vitebsk. Let's make Polotsk a 2. Let's make it a 2. So it's passing on more to Vitebsk, more to Smolensk. So we go 2s along the way, 3, 4. I like that better. 2 out to 4. It could even potentially go out to this 3. So that looks good. Now, of course, we don't have rail up into this salient, and the salient is a huge problem. I don't think I need to tell you that. It's all based on points. We're now completely constricted in here. We are going to try to knock some stuff back, but we are constricted. As we go around, I also want to look at, and we'll go back to Hartman that we put in here, make sure they at least have 2 construction battalions. So that's going to help them dig in. Now, these guys are already really nicely dug in. These will be all threes, all threes. That all looks good. Another reason I wanted those Luftwaffe field divisions is once they're in these threes, I don't really want them to move. I'd rather come over and block with, the field division. They've also got, pretty decent flak howitzers. I like to have, 3 artillery, 3 flaks, including 1 light flak. We just don't have any. That's, it's gone. Let's go up here to Valor, make sure he's got some, well, this is why we're looking. Let's make sure that he's got a couple of construction battalions. No reason not to. We've got a few extra. So in he goes. Let's see what we've got here. Assigned. Yeah, we've got 3 in this, including a road construction. Not that we really need much road construction. Let's look up here. 2 construction there and 2 construction there. Okay, excellent. Now then, boy, oh boy, we've got Velkers down here, who's okay. He's a 7 morale at least and a 7 infantry, so that's all right. And if we right-click here, we've got 2 construction, a pioneer. We've got quite a bit of mixed flak actually. We don't need 4. We've got mixed, motorized, mixed. I'm gonna take one of these out. Uh, Whoops, whoops. Boy, it's been a while since I moved some of these around. Let's pop this actually back up to OKH so somebody else can use it in the coming turn. So I'm going to pop that up there. We may need artillery, or yeah, that was mixed. We may need that somewhere else. Okay, this headquarters, eh, I don't like him being anywhere near that, but he's probably safe. I'll just put him in that fort. They can have a good night's sleep in the fort. All right, we're finally over here. We've got Kirschner, 8, 7, 5, and 6. Good enough. I like that morale score more than anything. Let's see what he's got. Construction, pioneers. He's got the flak mix I like. He's got howitzers. He's even got some rockets. Okay, excellent. Let's get these guys moving a little bit north and a little bit up to this northeastern area so they can help out. I also would like to move this. And how are we going to go about that? Well, it's a good question. I've got this unit here. We've also got this motorized. Now, how far can he go? Well, I can't go that far. So he could get up here with a 7 still. So let's go there. Where's your unit? Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's only, oh, okay, so 26 core, he's got 4, so it's just these 2 divisions. So these guys are actually with each other. Oh, okay. Interesting. Hmm. Not ideal. I'd like them all to be together. This guy maybe next turn. This guy next turn, maybe I bring around here. But I'm not going to do it this turn. He's now moved up here. All right, and let's take this motorized, 20th motorized. Now, ultimately, I'd like to get the motorized, right in this area and maybe just do the miniest of mini pockets. Hot pockets. Let's, how far can this go? This can get all the way up here. He could go to here. Can he go here with any kind of, well, he can go here. I really want this guy to go here. I want to get him up here as far as we can get him. All right, let's put him there. 1 and 7, 1 of 12. He could go around here in a minute. Well, first of all, let's take these 2, including the motorized, and try to move this. And excellent. We route that out. 952 and 5. They also lose 19 planes. But now we've, kind of opened this up a little bit anyway. And we can get this guy a little further out here. The wider we can get this, the better, for obvious reasons. What is this? Light woods, heavy mud. All right, let's put him up there. And now we've moved this, back at least a little bit. This guy can't really move. Next time we'll, get him going this way. Actually, maybe here, and then we'll scoot this up more. We can also put the headquarters here, and then we have the motorized that can go somewhere. It's just a matter of, where do we want it to go? Like I said, I'd like to get him up here and just get him around a few things, but I think moving him north probably makes the most sense. We have the infantry here, so let's move him north. We'll see how far he can move not next time. Obviously, the weather's horrible. This headquarters will stack with this infantry, and now they're all stacked up. That looks good. 137th ID. He can't get far, but at least he can get up here a little bit. We'll put him right behind Rejev. I think that makes sense. I could put him here. Oh, we got some work to do out here, gents, for sure. Um, this all looks fine. I like that. How far can these guys get up here? They can get a little ways. How far can they get up here? Not that far. Wow. The gold can get up here further, and I may actually take this and put it in this core. This is 43rd. That's under airline 7-7. Okay. He's also got cannon howitzer, super heavy howitzer. All right, he's got a nice mix. I may take one of these gold units and put in with him because I want this guy to get up here with, panzers. But how are we going to go about this? The first thing we need to move is that. Am I wrong? I don't think so. I think we need to move that. Now we've got a little bit, not a great situation there. This is 7th Corps. This is under the handsome Gustav Fenn. We've got a lot of artillery out here. Flak, Stugs, Pioneers, Construction, Warfare. Wow, Gustav got it all, man. 8 of 9. Okay. I would like these guys to move, but I don't really see how we can do it this turn. I mean, I don't see how I can get them any further north. This guy though, well, he can go up here to. He just. We do this. Let's move him there. Boy, I would love to move that or blow it out, but ultimately it's not that big of a danger, I guess. Let's go here. Now, to come through here, he'd have to cross a river and get through zone of control. We could move this back, but I like it right here. I think this next turn, this will get a little bit better for us. Now, the other thing I want to do with this, of course, the 12, okay. They should, either one of them should be able to get to this hex once we're done here. But what I want to do is make sure this moves. So I'm going to use everything, including the 2 Panzer divisions. Ooh, is that true? Boy, I really want him to move though. 120 on the tanks, 115, 13,000 men. Do they have bullets? Yeah, they all look good. This guy does not have as good a supply. He's at an orange. So why don't we use this Panzer? We'll use the 2 infantry and the Panzer division. Let's hit that and hope it flies. And it did. Whoa, it shattered. Excellent. We don't lose any tanks. We only lose 88 men. He loses 42-25. We'll take that and 37. Okay, can one of these guys move up there? Nah, I was hoping he could, but he's going to have to move back this way. Okay, well, he stacks with the Panzer. I'll take that. Now, the problem we have here is we don't have anything else. We can't stack there. We can't get him there anyway. Now, luckily, he's pretty weak on this side, but he's fairly strong on this side. So it's not ideal. I'm stretching. I'm trying to get up there, but it's a very slow process of trying to get infantry all the way up here. Now, one thing maybe I'd like to do is move this with infantry. What are the odds? 6.1 to 5.5. Boy, I don't like that. What's the terrain? It's clear, and it's only a 5 water at this point. Southwest and to the west are the rivers. Okay, so we would be going across the river there. I don't like that. This is vulnerable, right? It can get attacked from numerous directions there. I think, would rather take this motorized and this infantry, take the panzer out, and hit this cavalry division. Oh, good. Now that routes out 2975 on the losses for the Soviets. We knock him back. This is still vulnerable, but not as vulnerable. I'm worried about an attack across this way. We could lose some tanks if that happens. Now, he could go there, but if they attach there, whew, can he? No, he can't get up there because this zone of control is a real problem. I could go there. No, can't do that. I could go there. Yeah, we're just boa constricted out here. He may be able to hurt us, right there. I don't know. Let's go see if we can get any support units. All right, we have a mixed flak battalion that we could put in there. We also have a Panzer Pioneer battalion. Okay, they're with von Manstein, 56th. I mean, he should dole it out to them. I'm tempted to hit right here. I I really would love to move this, but man, that looks like a Panzer trap to me. I could move this down here to get him with infantry, but I think I'd rather have him be with motorized. Then I have motorized and Panzer there. I have two motorized here. I do not want to attack out of town, and I don't really want to attack with any of this. I don't want to weaken it all. These were obvious ones, the ones I took. We just had a lot more strength than the Soviets did. But I'm trying to get the infantry there. Tell you what, this infantry, we're going to try to hit this with just Oh, can I even do that? No, he's only got three movement. Oh, that's because I just hit there, dummy. Okay, hmm, Let's go down here. Oh, I've also got this infantry that can move up here or out here, which would allow me to move this infantry there. Ooh, I hate to not have anything in town, but I think what I'll do is move him there, move this infantry down here, and then I can put the Panzer in there, and then I can take this Panzer. Oh, can he get there? No, he can't get there either. Maybe put. I'll leave him right there. This doesn't look particularly, not incredibly strong by any stretch of the imagination. Really would like to hit there, but we just can't. Um, let's keep the infantry rolling. Now, how far can he get up here? Oh yeah, well, we decided not far, but he can get up here a little ways. So let's do that. Let's take this division up here, and let's, as I talked about, put him in 43rd. Okay, 43rd. Excellent. All right, we're trying. I'm trying to get infantry up there as fast as I can. This guy I'll move a little further to the north. Cool. And then we'll scoot these guys around, such as. Okay. Got this pretty well blocked off. I'm not sure that I don't think we need to protect this. I mean, where is he going to go? He's going to go into heavy mud, heavy woods. I don't think there's anywhere to go there. Um, let's make sure we got everything we need here. Recknagel, God damn, that's beautiful. 875 and 7 for Recknagel. Howitzers, motorized construction. Okay, that all looks good. Speaking of which, let's just look at this one more time. Construction, heavy roofers. Okay, that all looks fine. Um, we got a potential nutcracker there, but man, I don't want to be attacking into heavy woods in the mud. Now he's got a tank core out there. That's no, it's just light woods. Huh. And it's only a one water level? Oh, well that changes things a little bit maybe. Hmm. If he breaks through here, we got a problem. Now, we've got things that we can pull back. I'm also going to bring another Luftwaffe field division out here. Gosh, I need some of these in the south, though. I think I'm just going to leave the one that's in Vitebsk. He's not getting all the way to Smolensk in one turn. He can't get not a chance. Instead, I think I'd rather Nutcracker back here. Now, who do we got? We've got our guy Rendelik. Mixed artillery. He's 10 of 9 right now. He's commanding too much. Let's put this into gold. So that's 10th Corps under Mr. Recknagel. All right, so we'll put that in 10th Corps. We even these guys up a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Rendelik, let's make sure everything looks good here. He's got mixed artillery, heavy artillery. There's nothing else to pull. Not really. These are all up in the army levels. They're all construction units. Let's look at this again. Pioneer construction, Werfer mixed. Okay, that all looks fine. Fourth Army and Second Panzer Army are here. I really should probably move Second Panzer up this way, right? Let's get some more of this into command. There's no reason for him to be down there. There's nothing to command down there. Let's move him up there. I probably should have done that a turn or so ago. Um, Alrighty. Now where do we hit here? Well, first of all, let's get this rail unit out. That's going back to 4th Army. Return to headquarters. There we go. All right, back to headquarters you go. Now we've got a 4 and 12, 4 and 12. We've got an airborne unit. This is into swamp, but you can see the odds look pretty good in our favor. He's not even in a fort. So let's hit that. Um, Back that goes. So we back that up. That'll work. We could try to hit here. For some reason, I don't have a great feeling about this one. Uh, Water level 1. It is a clear hex. Now, we could also hit into this cavalry. Why don't we do that? I don't want to weaken this at all. They're both in level 2 forts. He could try to push through here, but that's a lot of zone of control. Let's try to hit that cavalry. Off you go. Off you go. I like it. Excellent. Okay, so that gets blown out of here. I want to keep, strength in front of Smolensk, obviously. We've got a 2 and 8. We've got a 6 here. This guy is ready to play. I don't dare. I was thinking, we could potentially peel something back. Now we can't see where we can move because I've got the bug problem going on here. Okay, let's go attack somewhere. Or actually, I'm going to take this, return to headquarters. Okay, did that free anything up? Well, that guy couldn't move anyway. 3 and 6, nope. Okay, is there some obvious attack somewhere? My goodness, this is driving me nuts. He's pushed across the river there. This is getting all really constricted, as you can see. Is there a nutcracker around here? That looks like a pretty good nutcracker, doesn't it? Let's hit that unit. They're both in command. Okay, let's hit that. We scoot that back. 2,100 men. And more importantly, we can see where we can move now. I hope one of these days we're not. Like now. Okay, well, I'm going to have to save the game and come back and screw around with this, and hopefully it'll work. I would rather play with the general staff here anyway. I could barely function today without you guys in my ear. I didn't know where to go next. I need all these brilliant ideas. Put them in the comments under this video. Sorry again. Sorry I couldn't stream. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Don't you worry about that. And we'll get back after it. This has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. You guys have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow.